Okay, and welcome to a new feature of Get Started that we're going to try today. And instead of writing out a blog on my top 50 greatest albums of all time, we're going to try a blog and see how it goes. And so this is my first ever attempt, so, be gentle, be kind. Still an old fart in many ways, so this vlog technology is new to me. I don't get it. Anyway, so my choice for the 39th best album of all time is Joe Jackson's I'm the Man. And really, um, I just really dig this record. And I came to it late. As a kid or teenager, I was a Joe Jackson fan. But I owned Look Sharp, Night and Day, and Jump and Jive, and his live album, which is fantastic. It's really good. I think it's called Live 1982 to 86. And it features very unusual arrangements of a lot of his popular hits. But I'm the Man, for whatever reason, just never crossed my radar until really like about 4 or 5 years ago, when I was in my 40s, and the loss was mine. This album is just tremendous. I mean, it's Joe Jackson at his, most energetic, his most raw, but he never sacrifices the tunefulness and the ear for the melody that characterizes some of his best work. His band on this record is just smoking. I mean, you hear it particularly on what I consider to be his best track ever, and that's of course the title track from this album, "I'm the Man." But on your radio. Stiffin' for Girls, Don't Want to Be Like That, Get That Girl. I mean, these are just classic Joe Jackson. Really, the comparisons are made to Elvis Costello, and they're fair in that, he's obviously a superior songwriter, but he's got that punkish kind of new wave energy to some of his early tracks. On his first three albums, really, before he moved to New York and kind of tried to reinvent himself in the same way Elvis Costello did, as kind of a Gershwin type songwriter, really a singer-songwriter, as opposed to how he presents himself on "I'm the Man," which is much more punk and new wave in tone. But the album's nonstop, and it really. I feel like history has given Joe Jackson a bit of the shaft. I mean, Elvis Costello's place in music history is pretty secure. He was a lot more prolific than Joe Jackson, but for my money, I'd put the best 10 Elvis songs up against the best 10 Joe Jackson songs, and really, no drop off in quality. You could do a great playlist of just Elvis, Joe Jackson, and you'd have one heck of a playlist. So that's it. That's number 39. Hope you enjoyed this. Once again, it's I'm the Man by Joe Jackson, and stay tuned. Visit my blog at getstartedmusic.com. Thank you for listening.